as chief, because I'm one of the guys that were, fighting for the local blaster, and he's been a playmate. I know him personally, so I'm happy that he's doing very well.
Wonderful. All right, will you be going to Brazil yourself?
No, I'm sure I've committed myself with you here, so I'll be here with you.
You'll be here with us. We like. Okay, let's get it all started. I want to take it back. I want to take it back. Reggie had a difficult childhood growing up, and I want to talk about how that affected you in terms of getting into football. Read that your father was an alcoholic, and when you started football, he would stand on the sidelines and hurl abuse at you. We were talking about earlier on family values in Ghana, and the fact that now we're moving towards an extended family. So looking at that, how did that even affect you to even be able to get the strength to continue playing football?
Well, may he rest in peace. But I think all those things have made me strong. Have made me who I am today. I don't want to go back, but then, due to divorce, my father have to move to Kumasi, so I have to follow him. And well, at that tender age, I think at the age of 10, 11, that's where I realized that I had a talent. Even that at that age, there was 2 clubs that were fighting over me.
Seems like everybody wants to play in England. I'm not the biggest football fan or anything, but everybody wants to play in England.
It's difficult. I remember.
When you first went there, what was it like for you?
Maybe I stand to be correct, but I think I was the first Ghanaian to play in the UK, and when I signed for Aston Villa. But then, to play in England there is not any footballer can play in England.
There's a different style of football, right?
It's not even that. They have different rules. You're supposed to play 75% for your national team before you can play there. So it's not like other countries that you can just wake up and go. So England is totally different. So that's why you don't see most of young footballers in Europe like other countries, like Holland, Belgium, and elsewhere. England, you have to play 75% before you can even get a work permit to play there.
Well, when you first went there, and your time in the UK, what was that experience like for you?
Well, it was very difficult. I quite remember I was playing for PSV before I went to Aston Villa, and my coach was Ron Atkinson. English was a problem. I could not speak, good English, and then how they speak, the accent. So most of the time I have to be very, very attentive to listen to what they are saying. Mm-hmm. But it was a good experience, and I have a good mate, and I was so lucky to have a lot of black mates in the team. I was there with Dwight York, Fashanu, Dylan Atkinson, so they really helped me a lot. I was a neighbor with Dwight, so things were a bit easy for me in UK. But I had a nice experience over there. It's just that their football was totally different from where I was coming from.
It's not what this interview is about. but was it a good balance? Were you able to? You feel like you have a good balance with your family life at the time?
Well, yes. At the time, I thought it was my family. So it was okay. I did not have problem. Everywhere that I was, they were there with me. They were there. So yes, and I thought they were my family. So I have to also give them that time and that privilege. So yes, I don't think it was a problem between. It should be a problem between you and your family. No. As a professional footballer, when you are signing a contract, you should all put all those things in your contract.
Your family
they give you a house, they give you a car, a ticket for your family, and all that. So yes, I was able to do all that because those time I thought that was my family, so I cater for all that.
All right, this is a very difficult question, and I can't imagine. Obviously, there's been a lot of stuff in the press. Regardless of whether the outcome of whether children are biologically yours or not, does it stop you still being a father? Does it stop you still loving the children, regardless of whatever the paperwork says that this is not genetically? But does it stop you still reaching out to your children and loving them?
This is a difficult one.
It's a very difficult question because regardless, that's they've only ever known you.
I wouldn't have problem. Maybe if other things have gone different way, I wouldn't have problem. Excuse me to say, I'm taking care of other kids as well. I have a school. I know what I do behind. Some of them don't even have maybe uniform, or I'll buy it. I'll do it underground, and I know what I'm doing outside that. So in quote, maybe if certain things have gone right, yes, but now the way the situation is, maybe in future, if they still accept that maybe I've catered for them, I've cared for them, I've educated them, and they still want me to be their father, well.
So as of now, let me just ask, how's the contact with you and
No, since you see the case is in court, so I don't want to.
I totally understand. I just want to know if there's good terms.
No. Since that issue pump up, I mean, since I found out that yes, they are not my kids, I think that relationship is
a bad situation.
Is normal.
All right. I pray, in the future things work out for you. On the other hand, so does that mean that you're available and single, or are you currently involved? Because I'm sure the women are like, ooh, Odartey Lamptey. Are you currently available? Are you single?
I'm okay. There's one thing about me. When I was young, I always pray for knowledge and wisdom. As I said, I did not go to school. But I know when you have knowledge and wisdom, you have everything. And I'm very happy God has answered this situation. And I'm okay. I'm proud of myself. I'm still moving on. And I'm sure I still have a lot of years ahead of me. So I'm okay now. And I'm sure maybe after a month or two, when the court is decision has been taken, I'm sure I'll be able to start a new family again.
One of the things I'll say is to be a man is, to not show emotion. I mean, that's what society tells us. To be a man is to keep things in. You're not, a man holds things in. For you, was it important for you to talk about it, almost to let the pain just go?
You see, this situation is a bit dicey. And for me, excuse me to say, maybe, yes, I'm well known all over the world. Yeah. I'm a popular guy, so any small thing about me
it's in the front pages of newspapers.
And for me, to be honest with you, I'm happy the way it has happened. If it has been hidden under the table, that's where maybe I'll feel the pain. Now it's all over. At the end of the day, the truth will come out, and then I'll move. Now I don't have any pain in me. I think a pain will be in me that maybe I'm hiding something inside me. But I'm okay, but I'm very happy the way the situation is. So the court will handle it.
So there's nothing hidden. You just let everything out.
No, I'm okay.
What would you say to a lot of people? Because let's be honest, we're all human beings, and when the stories broke, which most people are aware of, everybody had it was scandal. It was a lot of people like to see their neighbor going through trouble. We don't want to mind our own business, but it was good for us to be all talking about it. And there's a lot of people who are even pointing blame at you. Regardless of the situation, some people called you a lot of bad names, obviously never to your face, but behind your back.
Oh, there was one guy, I don't
even want to your face.
Oh, no, not to my face. There's one of your panelists. The first day the issue came out, they thought it was me. I was watching. I always follow. I always watch the program.
New Day, woohoo, we like.
So I mean, I don't want to mention it, but he said something that I was hurt. I was not the one who brought it out. Since this issue came out, I've never said a word to any media house. The only media house I spoke to is, I think, Adakabra. I don't even remember
radio station, yes.
And he asked me 2 questions. Am I 100% sure that the kids are not mine? And I said, yes, but the case is in court. I can't talk. That's the only thing I've said. All those things that were coming out, I don't know where they get that story from. They can cross-check. And then, the gentleman was sitting there, and then he said so many things. And then he went on to say that if I'm doing something even outside, do they bring it in front of me? I was hurt, because if you don't know the story itself, sometimes you should be very careful the way you handle things or the way you talk about, the situation. But as I said, that's why at the beginning I asked you that all that I went through as a child have made me a man.
It's made you stronger. That's also, lastly, because we're going to be out of time soon, where do you get your strength in from? To even after all of these things, you're still smiling, and it's like, wow.
No. I get call from big men. I mean, tell me that. I mean, they are happy the way I've handled the issue, and if we have, I don't know. I think it's good. I think it's good, and I think maybe I was prepared for that. I was prepared for that. I don't think I know other guys that have even tasted the quarter of this, and they are nowhere to be found. But I'm moving on in life. I'm taking care of my business. And I'm okay. I'm doing very well.
All right, and also you're going to be, we're going to be seeing a lot more of you over the World Cup, aren't we?
Yes, I mean TV3 has been my home since not today, and I'm very happy. Let me take this opportunity to also say thank you to TV3.
Please tell them what you're going to be doing for TV3.
Well, I'm sure you know the World Cup is coming, and I'll be one of the panelists here to discuss about the World Cup. So I'm very happy. I mean, TV3 have never turned their back on me, and I'm most grateful for that.
All right, thank you so much. We're out of time on this and also on the show. I want to say a big thank you to my guest, Odartey Lamptey. So if you want to see more of him during this World Cup season, don't turn your channel from TV3. The show has been brought to you by Vodafone. Power to you.